Welcome to Stoic Mindset, where the timeless wisdom of Stoicism meets the tender desires of the heart. Today, we embark on a unique journey, a journey to explore how Stoic principles, which teach us inner peace and emotional control, can guide us in building deeper, more meaningful connections with those we love. This includes one of the most intimate aspects of life, our romantic and sexual relationships. Together, we will learn how Stoicism can transform desire into a lasting, fulfilling expression of love. Lesson 1. The nature of desire, from urge to understanding. Desire is as natural to us as the air we breathe. But desire, when understood, becomes a powerful force for connection rather than a fleeting impulse. As Marcus Aurelius said, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. The first step in mastering our desires is to understand them. Are your desires driven by love, connection, and a longing to share your heart? Or are they just physical urges, disconnected from deeper emotion? The distinction between these two types of desire is crucial, for one leads to fulfillment, while the other may leave you feeling empty. When we reflect on our desires, we can begin to ask ourselves, what is it that I truly seek? Is it just the thrill of the moment? Or is it the intimacy of knowing someone deeply, connecting with their heart and soul? True desire should not be a fleeting moment of physical pleasure, but rather a slow, steady fire that warms both body and soul. In love, when desire aligns with our values, it becomes an act of beauty, a shared experience that enriches both partners. But when it is nothing more than a shallow craving, it loses its meaning. So, take a moment to meditate on what you desire most, not just in the physical sense, but in your heart. Seek the kind of love that nourishes you deeply, the kind of love that doesn't just excite, but endures. Lesson 2. The art of self-control, a dance of passion and patience. Epictetus teaches us that no man is free who is not master of himself. At first glance, passion and self-control may seem like opposites, but in reality, they are partners in the dance of love. When passion is tempered by self-control, it becomes something far more profound, an act of grace and intention. To love fully, we must learn to control our impulses, to pace our desire. Real love doesn't rush or demand. It moves slowly, savoring every moment, every touch, every word. It is in this space between wanting and waiting that love truly grows. There is a beauty in anticipation, a sweetness in the patience that allows intimacy to bloom at its own pace. Self-control is not about denying your desires. It's about understanding them and using them to deepen the connection with your partner. It's the ability to express your passion in a way that honors not just your needs, but theirs as well. When we approach love with this kind of care, we build a relationship on mutual respect and trust. In a world that encourages instant gratification, we often forget that the most meaningful connections take time. To cultivate real intimacy, we must be willing to slow down, to listen, and to understand our partner's needs and desires just as deeply as our own. It's in this shared space of respect and understanding that the flames of desire burn brightest. Lesson 3. Embracing impermanence, savoring each moment. Seneca reminds us that it is not the man who is too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Life is fleeting, and so is love. This awareness of impermanence allows us to appreciate every moment we share with our partner, knowing that each kiss, each touch, each laugh is a gift, precious and unrepeatable. Too often we take love for granted, thinking that there will always be more time, more opportunities to connect. But what if we lived as though every moment was our last? What if we cherished each moment of closeness, knowing that it could be gone tomorrow? This is the beauty of embracing impermanence. It teaches us to be fully present in love, to savor the sweetness of now without clinging to it. Love, like everything in life, is ever-changing. Relationships evolve, desires shift, and time marches on. But this is not something to fear. It is something to embrace. When we let go of the need to control or hold on to love, we open ourselves up to the richness of each moment, to the joy of loving freely without expectation or attachment. By living in the present, we deepen our connection with our partner. We stop worrying about the future or dwelling on the past, and instead, we simply enjoy the moment as it is, perfect in its imperfection, beautiful in its fleetingness. This is how love flourishes, when we accept it for what it is rather than what we want it to be. Lesson 4. Virtue as the heart of love, building a relationship on integrity. At the core of Stoic philosophy lies virtue. And in love, virtue is the foundation upon which lasting relationships are built. Marcus Aurelius urges us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. In our relationships, this means that we must not only speak of love, but act with love. We must not only demand respect, but give it freely. A loving relationship is not sustained by passion alone. It thrives on mutual respect, integrity, and kindness. It's in the little things we do every day, the thoughtful gestures, the quiet words of support, the small sacrifices we make for each other, that love is nurtured. True intimacy is rooted in virtue. When we act with honesty, compassion, and understanding, we create a safe space for love to grow. We show our partner that they are not only loved but valued, that their feelings and needs are as important as our own. Being virtuous in love means that we approach our relationship not with selfish desires, but with a deep commitment to the well-being of our partner. It's about showing up for them, not just in moments of passion, but in moments of vulnerability when they need us most. When love is grounded in virtue, it becomes a steady, unwavering force, one that can weather the storms of life and grow stronger with time. Lesson 5. Gratitude and acceptance, the key to lasting fulfillment. Gratitude is the highest virtue in Stoicism, and it is also the key to lasting fulfillment in love. When we are grateful for what we have, we stop yearning for what we do not. In relationships, this means taking the time to appreciate your partner for who they are, their strengths, their flaws, and everything in between. How often do we pause to truly see our partner? Not just in the grand moments, but in the quiet, everyday ones, the way they laugh, the way they show kindness, the way they support us in ways both big and small. When we approach our relationships with gratitude, we see our partner in a new light, and love deepens. Gratitude goes hand in hand with acceptance. To truly love someone, we must accept them as they are, without trying to change them or mold them into our ideal. Real love is not about perfection. It's about seeing the beauty in imperfection. It's about embracing your partner's quirks, their flaws, and their humanity, and loving them all the more for it. When we focus on gratitude and acceptance, love becomes not a transaction, but a gift. We give love freely, without expecting anything in return. And in that giving, we find a deeper, more lasting fulfillment than we ever thought possible. Love is not just about passion or desire. It is about connection, trust, and the shared values that bind two souls together. Stoicism teaches us that love is something we cultivate with patience, virtue, and mindfulness. When we approach our relationships with this kind of care, we create bonds that nourish the soul and bring lasting joy.